This is Black Power Radio, media for the 21st century. Hamzambo family, welcome to the Blackwood Financial Africa Today show, being on the 24th day of May 2021. How are you doing? I hope that everyone is doing well. And of course, that you have had a wonderful weekend. And there have been so many things that have actually taken place over the weekend. We shall be getting to highlight some of those. And remember, this is the Africa Today show where we get to discuss matters that have to do with us as a Black people globally. The goal of this particular platform is really to share with us to add value to the conversation that has to do with matters that do with us as a Black people, whether be it social economic matters, whether be it political matters, whether be it technological matters, environmental matters, spiritual matters, and health matters, and all those other matters that have to do with us as a Black people. Sister Libera, thank you so much for joining us. You're saying hi, family. Hello to you too. How are you doing? I hope that you are well. And also the wonderful sister Nishpani, you're saying, peace. I see we have a lost ID. We do always have these trolls, and you'll find them every other spot. I think he's in the wrong one. Kay Williams, thank you so much. He's saying, peace, people. Kay Williams already came in with an LOL. But thank you so much, Kay Williams, for joining us, for joining us on the show. Autumn Star. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone I keep saying it's a Black man who shot her. Is this even true or just a rumor? We shall be getting a little bit into that. Kingston from Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for joining us. And also Stacy Thomas. Thank you so much. He's saying Amani family as well. We hope that you are doing well, and we are glad that you are with us. I would like to remind us that we do have the wonderful website. It's www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Once you are on the website, kindly feel free to create your own profile on the website. It's very easy. You just have to click on the sign up or just click on the show page, and it actually prompts you on how you can register on the platform. And you can be able to enjoy all those resources on the website. We do have some podcasts, we do have some blogs, we do have the videos. And even as we proceed, you realize that we are on the small channel. There is a strike on the other one. And that has to do with one of the former shows.
Yeah, for the show I did Saturday, they put a strike. They came in and struck the channel, talking about some goddamn medical misinformation. So like I told you, if you're not on the WhatsApp app chat room, don't ask me where you been at. So I told you that the channel got taken down for 2 weeks. Channel got taken down for 2 weeks because it's an agenda that I want you talking about to you know what. It's an agenda. Public child small. And ain't it funny? All my shit keeps getting taken down. None of these other fake ass, supposedly other motherfuckers, shit don't ever get touched. They reach number 300 or 400 people damn a show. But still, it gets taken down. I find it highly dubious. Shit's crazy. Go ahead, Spikes.
And of course, for the moment, you can find us on these two channels. We do have the K the News Some Live. So if you're looking for the broadcast, kindly subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, kindly click on the subscribe. It's difficult. Most of the times, you don't get the notifications are going out. So that is why we actually always do encourage the family to take us out on the official WhatsApp group. And I will be sharing the link with us in case you also haven't joined us on the WhatsApp. I will be sharing the link with us so that you can also find the notifications.
That's we got good information anyway. That's what we're sharing, a lot of good information. So I'm not gonna worry about nobody. Well, what happened? Listen, you ain't proactive. Don't ask about no what happened. Shit, it's too late for all that dumb shit. Told you, I sent the link. I don't know 1,000 damn times, and half the people still ain't send the link. And the shit's free. So I wonder why black people always stay losing. The shit's funny to me. Like, god damn, we are fucked up sometime as people. I told you they're gonna take us down. That we are highly monitored. So just join the WhatsApp app group so you know when we go, you know when it's gonna go down. We didn't know till after Cammy showed that the shit went down. Talking about some medical mix up. You ain't say nothing medical. I just said you want to take it, take it. If you don't, I'm not taking the shit. How's that medical misinformation? I said if you want to take it, yo, you do you. I'm not fucking with it. Because we're heavily monitored. Because we're not, you know why? Because I'm not a goddamn agent. That's why. All these fake ass, that fucking, all these, I know these motherfuckers are agents now. There's no way I constantly get taken down every time I say one word, 2 words. Some of these motherfuckers, some of they get shadow banned. This fake ass Black Authority, that fake ass Tariq, these Asian ass niggas. Ain't nobody touching these whole ass Negroes. Fuck out of here.
And thank you so much for joining us. Susan, when you're asking what's a group here, I'll send the link. It's a WhatsApp group where you can also find out that the notifications on when we are going live. And Sankeron, you're asking who is gonna be today's surprise Kami. Camo and Lance Cup. No, I think you're talking about the incident on Saturday. But
I talking about Saturday was great. I had nothing to do. People go, oh man, and me is that has something to do with Saturday. How did I know Brown Sugar Baby was gonna come in and go crazy? I had no clue. I had no. I know what was gonna happen on Saturday. Oh, I didn't know she had a beef with Moms Davis and brought it to us. Never seen Brown Sugar Baby in a long ass time. That channel was done. I didn't know she was even still a mod. That channel was done. I created that channel like 3. That was like the 5th backup channel. That's now the #1 channel right there. I didn't know she was even a mod. And I'm a mod over here. I was like, you are? Because you know, Spikes, when we put it on StreamYard like this, we don't know who the fuck is a mod.
Yeah.
We can't see who's modded up on this when we use this app. I don't know who be modded up or not on this damn app. I don't know if I put any mods on this channel yet. I don't know who the hell's a damn mod. You can't see it. It don't show up.
So you wouldn't even actually know who was there, or you know, if a mod has actually
yeah, I know there was a mod. Now she said, and she told a mod, and I'm a mod over here. I'm like, you ain't no mod over here, are you? So I went back and looked at the replay. She was a damn mod. I was like, damn. Because we can't see it. We can't see it on the StreamYard. I don't know who the hell's a mod, who's not. I got no damn clue. So
it would be difficult.
They got mad at me for damn. I thought the shit was hilarious. She wanted to get it off her chest, let us speak. I thought we can rectify it. Get the women to come together and Mom Zava sounded nice. She sounded nice. She said, "This old bitch." She didn't sound like an old bitch. Excuse me, no. This old bitch talking this shit. I said, and then she called in. I said, "Hey, Mom Davis don't sound like an old bitch." and this and this ass always, "Oh, this lost my vibration. Oh, what the hell's going? My vibration, Negro. My vibration. You no good bastard. Don't you mess with my vibration." I think smash that link, family. Spikes put in there. That's the WhatsApp app group. A lot of good information is being shared. I like it. I think it's a good thing we did. I would have thought about it earlier. A lot of good information. You guys found good information. Easy to get. I didn't know that. Just like Michelle didn't know that it was two. Like when I do these shows, I put on multiple channels. Michelle was asking, where's your messages, Nish?" She didn't know that was on the other channel. That wasn't on this channel. I can't find your messages. I tell you, black people and our IQs. Good Lord. But I found it was fun. I wanted them to defend themselves and make up. I was try to come in, let them work it out, and make up. That's it. Sometimes you're gonna have disagreements and misunderstandings. I don't care about nobody saying my name out there. Yeah, she probably, called the woman ugly. I said, we don't know if she's ugly or not. Ugly old bitch. I'ma find you, you ugly old bitch. I said, you can't say this lady is ugly.
and Sankino says, Speaks, when we needed you there, I knew you would have.
Yes, right.
I don't know who was the hotline. If there's everyone hotline from all the other sides, I would
just leave. Spike said, Spike said, okay, the show's over. Goodbye, family. Bye. All right.
Probably everyone howling from this side, the other one from this side, and crazy. Would have been.
Yeah, that's what they put in the chat room. Hey, Keith, you supposed to have been like Spikes this time and said, okay, the show's over. Good night. No, I wanted them to work it out. I wanted them to work it out.
These days it's crazy because people can actually just pull the screenshots. I don't know what you're talking about, and saying a black brown sugar baby had receipts. Probably she had the screenshots from earlier, which is what is happening in this digital age. You just screenshot and say this is what was said or this is what went down. But I'm not really sure what was going on with that. But nobody wants to hear that, and I am a woman. Sister Nish doesn't agree, and I think people are upset. I hope that Mom's Day is all BSB. Can still, find ways to get along. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk about something that we had already touched on sometimes back before we go into the matter of the whole BLM and Sasha getting shot and things like that. I want to talk about some matter that we had already mentioned, which is, I think, now becomes the normal. This has to do with property evaluation. And sometimes back, we did talk about this particular family that decided that they will be using the name of a friend. The last case was another different lady who decided she was going to use the name of her white friend, and then her and her husband got a better evaluation. I think almost double the same with this when she used the white man's the white lady's name on the other case. But now this has become almost the norm, and this black homeowner has launched a legal fight after the property value doubled when she used white man as a stand-in for the estimate. And they are saying that right now the black homeowner in Indianapolis was so dismayed after her house was valued twice at just over $100,000 that she removed family photographs, African American artwork, and got the white husband of a friend to stand in for her when that appraiser came around after the house was valued at $259,000. Khaled Duffy filed a housing discrimination complaint alleging that the low appraisals were offered because of her race. Ms. Duffy was attempting to take advantage of lower interest rates last year and refinanced the mortgage loan for her home in the historically black neighborhood just outside downtown Indianapolis. The Indianapolis Star reported she purchased the house for 100,000 in 2017 and expected it to be valued similarly in her sister's home in the same area, which was given an estimate of about $198,000 in 2019. And like
Okay,
you heard from
so now, so now her home was up to 250,000, right?
sorry.
Said her home was now appraised at 250,000, right? Now that she used the white man as a
Yeah.
hoax, right? It's now
Yeah.
okay, so appraised 250. But we
Yeah.
already know it. The country that's what I was talking about Saturday night. You're living in a systemically racist country. I mean, I don't know. That's what it is. We live in a systemically racist country. You know, not everybody's got a good white friend to stand in for you. So your house value when you sell is gonna be fucked up.
You're saying
Everybody
even
got a
when,
good white man. Go ahead, go ahead.
you're saying even when you need to sell your property, you still need white Jesus to come and stand in for you and get your praise or double
All right.
to
You
be
need white
double.
Jesus. Praise the Lord and Jesus, sell my home. So that's what you need. If you got some Negro shit in there, got some African art, some African pictures, you better take all that shit down. Listen, this is the way they devalue your culture and your humanity. That's who these people are. That's what they do, devalue you, your culture, your humanity. So
I think now people have to be careful when you're getting into property or things like this. I don't know whether now these would be people trying to get a second appraisal and see whether that is working. I don't know how this can actually be responded, but we know about the redlining. And of course, the 60s, I think it was outlawed in the 60s, but they wanted black people's property to be really close to worth nothing, and also
close
have
to
them.
nothing, so they can steal it. Exactly, so
Yeah,
they can get it close to nothing.
yeah,
They come and buy it for nothing. Just
yeah,
like you see over there in damn Sierra Leone.
yeah.
Sierra Leone then sold their damn beach and some damn rainforest to the Chinese for $55 million, which is nothing. Somebody needs to be murdered, man. This is over and over again with these bootnik leaders in Africa. They're selling away their children's inheritance.
Hmm.
You don't got the right to sell your children's inheritance, and when they rise up and get these people a dirt nap and get the ages out like they start doing in Gambia now, it is what it is. You don't sell away your goddamn children's birthright. You don't got the right to do that.
I did see that.
Go ahead, Spike.
No, I'm saying I have seen the disposal of mines, and these mines are some of them. I remember even there was a point where there was some mines are getting sold by the Chinese. I don't know if they were selling them to the Canadians or whether they were selling them to the French. But a mine was sold for about $1. That was, I believe, in the DRC or
That
someplace.
was the Congo. I'm talking about they done sold pristine land
Yeah.
to the damn Chinese for nothing, for $55 million, which ain't nothing. You don't sell your children. You don't got the right, like I said, to sell your children's inheritance. You don't got the right.
I agree, but I think at the end of the day, even the leaders are who are
And
responsible.
like I said, that's where all these countries gotta go. It makes Africa susceptible to being stolen because you got too many dumbass countries. These countries are not supposed to exist. So they get to make a deal on all behalf of all Africans. Shouldn't be no fucking Sierra Leone. Shouldn't exist as a country at all.
I do believe.
Maybe about two. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I do believe you remember. You remember sometimes back when we were talking about the matter of the Chinese, we talked about the plan that they did have to put in about 300 million Chinese on the African continent
on
by
every
the year. Was
continent.
it? Yeah. That is what they wanted to do. They wanted to have these particular Chinese, to get to the number which is about 300 million Chinese people in Africa. And these article was put out and people were thinking this is a lie. Now right now, if they can be able to get property all the land for close to nothing, then it means they will even have an option to bring more than this, more than 300 million Chinese people. We did see already in Zambia when they were doing the pig farming. I think they were doing
Of
farming in
course,
Zambia. They have taken over.
Chinese come in and fuck up your environment. That's what they do. That's why China's so fucked up. These people fuck up the environment.
And and
And
and and so no, I was saying
like,
so far I haven't seen the people of Zambia actually, come wake up to the facts and of what is happening. I do believe there is an election going on in Zambia right now. Sorry, this year, and what will
it's
happen
already
eventually?
bought and paid, but the election don't matter. The election don't matter because all the money in the election coming from the Chinese who's going to buy it, they put this puppet back in power. When you're ignorant and stupid, propaganda works on you. Propaganda works. You're ignorant and you're dummy. So the propaganda is going to work. So you're going to vote the same dummy back in the office who's been selling out the country. You heard in the video, even the damn, whatever that guy was, secretary, what said, yeah, no one likes these damn Chinese. We know it. We don't even mention it no more. They know nobody likes them. Hey, nobody likes these bastards.
I think he was a minister or a mayor. I think he was a minister or a mayor. I can't remember what position he was holding, but
He said he was a minister of something, minister of information or something. He's a minister of information. He said, you know what, we don't even lie about it no more. We don't nobody likes these Chinese. And then the Chinese search out the propaganda. Yes, these people think they're God for us. You know, they're just that dumbass lie. These people told they think they're God, and the real African who's part of the damn government said, yeah, no one can stand these bastards. So
you
he's telling the truth about it.
You have also seen them on the train, on the Ethiopian train, when the Chinese were lying, saying they smile everywhere because they are very happy to have the Chinese
when they did the train.
On the train as well in Ethiopia. So those two countries, Ethiopia and Zambia, as well as Kenya and the DRC, I do believe we should be waking up as Africans and realizing what is happening, what is the plan behind all these moves, buying these properties in these countries, coming up and in the pretext of trying to set up some agricultural products, large-scale agricultural products. Africans should actually be aware that this is the case happening. I'm still learning. I don't know who this is. I think you saying you still learning. And Ansangina is saying that O.J. Simpson took them picture of those white women off his wall back in the 90s. When that majority black women jury came through. You saying he took down the pictures of those white women off his wall when the jury came through back in the 90s. And yes, typical puppet nonsense. You can sell nature, Keith. That is Sister Libera says who you can sell
That's
nature.
what they doing. That's what they've been doing. They selling the damn African inheritance. And like I said, when the uprising is gonna come, I'm telling you, the African can't be like we're gonna let you go because you sold away our kid. Now these people gotta die. People gotta die. They gotta die. So they ain't no damn. You don't know what happened. You don't know what these people gotta take the dirt nap, Jack. Yeah. This shit is rampant in Africa. Go ahead.
But I'm saying because of the poverty, not even the poverty, but because of the way the situation is in these African countries, like Keith keeps on saying, the youth will eventually wake up and realize this is our property being given out. This is our land being given out. And of course, there will be a turnaround in the matter because the old leaders, they have been there and they have been kept there. They have been kept there by the those of the colonial, the workers there by the Europeans, and that is why they will work as such. Sean Scott, you're saying good afternoon. Kid Inspect, salute to the melanated family out there. Salute to you too. I hope that you're all doing well and thank you so much for joining us on the show. Ansanken, you're saying, well, shit, that was the Africans who made them chiefs. Yes, that was in Ghana. When you remember, there was a chief that was nominated. That was a Chinese.
Yeah, but there was an uprising. That was one wicked ass chief. But what they do? They stripped the chief of his power and they told the Chinese, you out your fucking mind. You ain't no chief here. They put an end to that shit. Thank God the youth said, hell no. That damn Ghanaian looking all crazy. Just like you got the corrupt Ghanaians now when the government is going there wrecking up them Chinese who's been in there stealing the gold. I'm glad they doing it. The Ghanaian army is going in there burning up these Chinese, and you got these corrupt ass, fucking feckless ass chiefs. Why you gotta burn up the equipment? Can't we keep the equipment? Burn all that shit up. Burn all of it. Tell us why they gotta burn up the equipment? You burn up. We're not mining illegally. You know we're doing it illegal. Listen here, you ain't got no damn permit. You up there destroying the riverways of Ghana, which is fuck all that Ghana shit. I'm saying Africa. I'm glad they went out there and they started burning. So go to YouTube, Spike, to show videos of the Ghanaian army. Videos of the Ghanaian army burning Chinese illegal Chinese equipment in Ghana, mining equipment, burning that shit up. Fuck all that. These dumb bootlicking ass. Chief. Oh, okay. Why are you burning it up? Because we're gonna burn it up. You're not gonna destroy our children here because you some bootlicking ass chief. Get your ass out of here. You corrupt and you wicked. You're gonna burn this shit up. I do agree with Kofi Adana Doodoo for that. Go ahead.
This is a video. Let me see if I can actually put it up from the burning of these excavators. But they go Chinese miners, and I think some of them were also arrested, which is the way to go.
Arrest their ass, deport their ass, get them the fuck out of there. I'm deporting your ass. All these damn Chinese running around Africa, stealing the gold, destroying waterways, just all kind of idiotic shit. The Africans supposed to have been taking care of his damn pristine land. You got these Asians just coming up there, ain't even fucking citizens.
Don't take pleasure or we don't enjoy see
own investigation to know exactly why the military are burning such expensive properties. And we've realized that whenever the illegal miners hears that the military will be operating at their site where they are mining illegally, what they normally do is they will take off the control board of the excavators and run away with it. So before the military can take these excavators from the mining site, they have to fix their own control board on the excavator, which costs almost half of the price of the full excavator. And if the military leave the machine there, they will come back in the night and fix the excavator and mine again and continue destroying lands and water bodies. That is one of the many reasons why they are burning these excavators. So now, let's go and listen to what the Minister for Defense also said about this.
Issues and agencies that took up this mandate or this assignment, the equipment used, the equipment seized, some observations, some recommendations for the way forward, the impact being made by the operations by government to remove all illegal miners and equipment for the water bodies and our forest reserves. But even before I proceed, let me make one or two observations that the Ghana members of the Ghana Armed Forces or even government officials don't take pleasure or we don't enjoy seeing equipment being destroyed. I made that comment last week and I want to reiterate it, that members of the Ghana Armed Forces don't enjoy seeing equipment being destroyed. But when you visit the Ofin and East Enclave, Ofin River and East Enclave, and you notice that a woman who is 5 meters from the river or 20 meters from the river, whose house, or a man whose house is 20 meters from the river, needs to buy water before he can wash his things, then you understand the difficulty that we are facing. He has a river by him, but even to get water to wash his things, he has to buy water to be able to wash his things. As for drinking water, he's lost the ability to drink from the river that our forefathers have enjoyed thousands of years a year, 2 or 3, or even 10 years ago. But today, these people who are living by the water need to buy water even to wash their things. And the mistake of even their animals drinking this water is a danger to them, because the animals cannot even drink this water any longer. If the government and the people, especially the people, do not take proactive steps to protect themselves, the entire southern belt of Ghana will lose all its rivers in the next 3 to 4 years.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
That's a little bit on the illegal mining. I believe that is happening in the Ghana, and I also do believe the people who do get these particular permits to come and work in the Ghana, I think the government has failed, because you would actually be making sure that you have a system in which you can be able to know who comes in and where they are going. And having these particular Chinese come in and get involved with illegal mining, I think this is also becoming a rampant. It has also been the case even in Nigeria. We talked about a case in Nigeria where we did have some individuals getting arrested because they were involved in illegal mining, and some of them had even gone as far as paying some money for the bribes, and therefore contributing to the larger problem of corruption in Nigeria. And I do believe also this has to do with the puppet leaders in both countries. In Nigeria, who is the president there, Muhammadu Buhari, and in Ghana, we do have Akufo-Addo. I do believe at the end of the day, we are seeing these elements infiltrating and getting involved in illegal mining, but it's simply because the government has also allowed that to happen. And maybe perhaps some of the money which is gotten from these illegal mining, it perhaps also ends in the pockets of these officials. I do believe that is what will be happening. I don't know. He sounds like a tambourine to him. Why Jesus a Christian? That is exactly what is happening now with the situation. But he did say that in Ghana, people need also to awaken, because if they are not very, very careful, then we might not even have any kind of resources left for the people of the Ghanaian, or for their future, generations. Nonetheless, I wanted to touch a little bit on something else that you have already mentioned sometimes back, but right now they are actually sharing it, and this has to do with the dwindling numbers of a population, or the decline in the numbers of child births. And what has been happening is that people have, especially in Europe and in China and also in the USA, there has been statistics that have come out, and they have been showing the steady decline. For example, with China, we had about the lowest child births for a couple of decades. I think that's about 7 decades, but I do believe maybe they might be lying, because it has been happening gradually, and this is the lowest that we go to according to the recent statistics. And therefore, the long slide looms for the world population with sweeping ramifications or consequences. And you can see that all over the world, there are countries confronting the population stagnation and fertility burst. And I do like also to contrast what is happening in Africa. In Africa, we do have the youngest population. You will come to any country in Africa, for example, let me use Nigeria. Nigeria is the most populous country on the continent. And then we also do have Ethiopia, where we do have, countries with huge populations. And also the DRC Congo is also one of those countries with a huge population. But I do believe this kind of a report that is coming in terms of the looming, the looming challenge of countries being able to keep up, or being able to tackle the population stagnation. In Africa, we do stand at a very, very good advantage right now, because we do have, for example, the push to sort of now start industrializing our economies. And therefore, when you do get to industrialize our economies, these products that will actually be made, there will also be a very, very huge population for them to consume. We do have the demand for these particular products after they have been manufactured or after they have been processed. And therefore, that particular kind of a demand and supply as well also creates about the matter of employment and even better standards of living for our people. And therefore, I do believe this also shows that Africa is the place of the future, where you can also get to invest or look at opportunities and what is happening in Africa. Because at the end of the day, in the next maybe 10 or 15 years, then Africa will also be, getting its standing. I do believe getting its standing on the global stage, if at all we were able to deal with some of the challenges that we are facing as a continent currently. We do have corruption, of course, which is one of the biggest challenges as to why we are not even able to move forward. We do have the problem of leadership. We do have a couple of other things that perhaps if we are able to set them right, then we will be able to position ourselves when other populations are decreasing. We will be able to actually crystallize ourselves or our standing and be able to, move a little bit further forward in terms of development. But nonetheless, in Asia, that cannot be the same cannot be said for Asia. Go to a country like Japan, or even go to Europe, a country like Germany, you will realize that there is a very, very big challenge. Most of the buildings that were constructed in Germany, for example, the big malls, some of these areas have now turned and become ghost cities. If you go to a place like northeastern China, they are saying some of the areas there have actually become like ghost cities. If you go to maternity wards in a place such as Italy, the maternity wards are actually shutting down. If you go to universities in South Korea, you cannot find enough students for them to still be able to make profitable businesses with the learning institutions. In Germany, there are hundreds of properties that have been raised, and the land has been turned into parks. You can see that the dynamics are actually changing. You might not notice it from afar, but if you are in some of these particular places, or you ask people who are in some of these particular places, you really realize that the numbers, they are dying out. They are dying out, and also the birth rates have declined to a low, which they haven't reached in a long time. And eyes as read Emma Jewel, you send it anyone here, all the Chinese tourist who was caught with 300 zebra penis in his luggage suitcase. I haven't heard about that one, but I do know that there have been Chinese that have also been caught with human genitalia. And they were caught with, I don't know how many number of penises. And I'm not really sure which country they were taken from, whether Zambia or whether they were taken from Nigeria, but it doesn't matter which country they were taken from. The thing is, this should have been an act of war. I remember there was some Chinese that were found locked up in a truck. Was it in London? And they were kept in a I think they were kept at the back of the truck, and they died there. And of course, this brought up a very, very big quarrel between a very, very big diplomatic row between the Chinese and also the UK. But when the eyes something like this happening, these people being found with either these zebra penis or even human being a genitalia, we haven't seen Africa stand up to its stand up for its own people and say this is what we're going to do and this is the action that will be taken. Most of the time, these stories are normally maybe talked about for 2 days or 3 days, and then the media goes all silent about it. You'll not find the conversation are going on or the consequences are going on. And we always keep on saying right here on the Black Hot Network, nothing can really change if there are no any consequences. If you put out some action, some offense, like with this now, the cutting, I believe these are maybe zebras that have been taken from a park, maybe in a country like the Congo, or maybe in a country like Kenya. I don't know which country, maybe perhaps they were taken from, but mostly you will find as zebras in the savannah in Africa. But I have not seen also the Ministry of Wildlife or even the government at large come out and say something regarding the same. We have heard about the Asian markets where we do have the trading of things like the trophies, not the trophies, but the trunks. This elephant tusk, or the rhinoceros tusks, or even some of the skins of some animals like the cheetahs and the leopards. We know that the market is mostly big in China, in Indonesia, and these are the big Asian markets where they are used, where they are bought in the black market. But what has the government done in Africa? The government done in South Africa, or even in Kenya or Nigeria? Most of the time, we do find the government also being silent, because I do believe at some point they are complicit with the murdering of these wildlife, because maybe some of the money will eventually end up in their own pockets. But I do believe, apart from the government, the local communities also do have a responsibility. I do believe the local communities, for example, there has been some pacts that have been signed between local communities and the government, such that the local communities also do have the responsibility of protecting these animals. For example, the Maasai communities at the Masai Mara. The Masai Mara is an area where you find a vast population of zebras or other things like the wild beast or other different animals. And therefore, I do believe if in cases like this, the Maasais in that area are actually mandated with the right to protect these animals also perhaps at any cost. And therefore, if they would know of any such rackets or any such cartels that have been involved in butchering or killing these animals for their task, then perhaps I do believe we should hear also action are going on that particular front, and these Chinese also being taking a life for life, even if it doesn't, even if it means it's the life of these zebras that has been taken, also getting an equivalent life for the same poachers. I do believe that would be the right proper kind of a response. But nonetheless, I wanted to give us some updates. I have not heard about it. I do not know what particular country that was, but I wanted to give us an update regarding what was happening with one particular incident that one of the managers at the Tampa Dunkin was charged with manslaughter. He was charged with manslaughter because of one particular customer that came in. And the customer was warned a couple of times. They did warn the customer a couple of times, telling them, please, you are bringing a disturbance to our premises, and therefore we are asking you to leave because you are bringing a disturbance to our premises, and therefore we would like you to leave. But this particular guy, this was an old beast. The old beast was asked severally to leave. But he kept on coming back and expressing his disappointment. I'm not really sure what he was ordering for or what he really needed to buy, but he did express his disappointment and got angered with the staff at this particular establishment. And when the argument between him and the manager actually ensued, he started hurling a racist insult at the manager. And then the manager, who is this particular 27-year-old guy, did got to tell him he has to quit it. He goes by the name of Corey Padzos. He was working as a manager at the Dunkin' on South 50th Street in Tampa. When this regular customer began verbally berating the staff because he was upset about the service of this drive-through line. And of course, the staff told the 77-year-old customer to leave several times, but the man parked his car and entered the store. Of course, the manager asked the coworker to call the police, but I don't think the police were called. I'm not sure whether the police were called. So the customer approached the counter and continued to argue with Pujols, who remained on the opposite side of the counter, separated by the waist-high swinging door, some 6 feet from the customer. So the customer called Pujols some racist slur. Maybe he was calling him a nigger severally and going on with the insult. But Pujols slowly walked forward through the swinging door and stood face to face with the man with his hands at his side and warned the man not to say again. But this beast went on with the insults, and the man repeated the slur, and Pujols punched him in the jaw. He actually took a punch on the jaw, which caused the victim to fall and hit his head. And then Pujols walked away. And later we did hear of 3 days later that these beasts actually died. So Pujols, of course, right now they have said that he will be charged with manslaughter. He was originally arrested on a charge of a battery on a person older than 65 years. I believe that is a law where you can not batter someone who is older than 65 years. But if they have been warned severally, and they park their car and they come in and they all at your face, I believe he was justified. I believe the action that Pujols took right here was justified, because you wouldn't let any man come up, disrespect you at your place of work. You have already asked them to leave severally, and then they actually, get their jaw blown with a punch. But right now they're saying the victim's use of racial slurs was highly inflammatory. Inflammatory speech alone, however, does not justify violence, according to the statement that was given earlier on. And I do believe how the system works, they will push and make sure that this particular man has, he spent a lot of time in jail. But I do believe for him, if it was the other way around, if it was actually the other way around, we would be hearing about a very, very different kind of a situation. They would say, let me just simply assume that there was these white manager at the same establishment, a white manager at the same establishment, and then an old black fella came in and started doing the same thing, hurling insults, and they have been asked to leave twice, and everyone else have left them alone, but then they continue coming up with the same insults, and then they had a blow to their jaw and then fell. I do believe at the end of the day, white supremacists will be protecting this particular kind of a man, saying that he was defending himself because the customer did come up and aggravated them, and the whole situation was brought up because of how the customer did conduct themselves. Right now, it's the other way around, and it's crazy. But I do believe the man is stand for himself, even if now this is a kind of push and the kind of a consequence that he has to stand up with. Yes, and they continue to walk around like they can be touched, then cry to the pigs and lie. And some of us don't play games. Maybe he thought he would continue hurling insults. Maybe he thought he would continue hurling insults at the man and he would just walk away. But he had to get that work, and he got it. And they say he did die 3 days later. But I have not heard about the autopsy, or I have not heard about the report. Maybe perhaps from the doctors on an autopsy that says that he died simply because of the blow that he got. Maybe perhaps that should also be something that should be checked into and say, maybe perhaps he has also he also had some other different conditions that perhaps did eventually lead to his demise 3 days later. Maybe they might have been close, they might have been related to a small extent, but that doesn't mean that the guy did kill him. Nishpen, you're saying the government who all puppets, they are working the way they are intended to. Our people don't want to face reality. I believe you're talking about the earlier matter to do with what is happening in Africa, and most of these people you will find these are actually just puppets. It doesn't matter whether it's the president of Ghana, or it's a Kenyan president, or it's the Ghanaian president. Apart from Magufuli, who is a leader that we did have, and of course we know what did happen to him. Apart from Magufuli, all these other leaders, I have not had any leader speaking against, or even defending his people from this kind of a fear environment and the tension that has been brought about by the global pandemic. I do believe all these other leaders, the 54 countries, all the leaders are actually, the 54 leaders are also actually very, very much complicit with what has been happening, and they are part and parcel. And that is why you will also find when it comes to matters over the jab, all these leaders will also be very, very much, forcing or pushing the people to go and take the jabs wherever they can. I do believe that will be the case, because they do not really care whether these do mean a demise of the people or the wiping out of our people. For them, it's about serving the order that has been given by their masters, as they are the perfect puppets in these different countries. But nonetheless, that is what did happen with Puzo. Right now, he has been charged with manslaughter, but he shall be keeping tabs on that and seeing how that particular one goes, although we have an idea of how that particular one will go. The white man will not be our equal, but our slave, Sasha Johnson. That is in August 2020. And that is a what should it say? We shall be playing, we shall be getting to that in a little bit while. Spikes, who marks? Sorry, what? I didn't get this question well. I don't get your question well. But nonetheless, I want to talk about what has been happening with the companies. We have mentioned about some of the companies that have been giving the corporates that have been pushing people to go and get the jobs. And what I have been seeing really is that there has been that particular kind of a move. I think even in some of the stores, they have also said that if you get the job, you're going to get this and that. Or even some companies have said they will be giving what can I call them? Some rebates sort of, or some rewards. And I do believe when now it comes to the travel sector, I do believe some people might be duped or might be drawn to believing that there is any benefit with these jobs. But right now, the airlines have joined other corporates. The airlines have actually joined other corporates that are actually pushing for the COVID vaccine. And of course, they have seen they're offering a bid to win a year of free flights. I don't know what particular kind of an argument that would have me, going for the job, whether you're told it's a free flights or whether you're told it's a free this and that, a whole year supply of this and that, because I have heard about some situations where you're told you can get a whole year supply of these other things. But this is what has been happening with the push by different
corporates to get vaccinated, Brooke.
And I do like to reiterate the fact that no one should be messing with, whether it's your company, the company that you are actually working for, or whether it's a company that you subscribe to their goods, or whatever kind of an arrangement or a relationship you do have with that particular company. This has to be a warning. You should not really mess with these jobs, regardless of what incentives
Some major consumer brands, including McDonald's, Uber, and Lyft, are announcing their plans to support the COVID-19 push alongside the Biden administration, including some free perks. We've got Brooke DePalma here now with her installment of Brooke's Bites. So what are they offering us to get vaccinated, Brooke?
Alexis, well, this week, McDonald's announced a partnership with the Biden administration to feature the Department of Health's We Can Do This campaign on multiple different facets at the fast food giant. First, you can expect to see a huge billboard at this iconic Times Square location coming this May. And then in addition to that, later on in July, you'll also expect to see that We Can Do This campaign on McCafe cups and McDelivery seals. Now, the White House also announced this week that it will provide free rides to COVID-19 vaccination sites provided by Uber and Lyft. Now, this is all part of Biden's goal and Biden's plan to vaccinate 70% of the U.S. adult population with at least one dose by that July 4th deadline.
So I'm just wondering, because President Biden has hinted at some not so healthy options. Tell us all about those.
Well, Kristen, you might remember back in March, Krispy Kreme announced that it will provide one free glazed donut to consumers that show a valid vaccination card. It did receive some backlash saying that it was trading one pandemic for another. That's the obesity crisis in America. However, consumers flocked to Krispy Kreme, and in addition to that, other companies followed suit. We see White Castle offering complimentary dessert on a stick with those COVID-19 vaccination cards. And in New York City, Shake Shack teamed up with Mayor Bill de Blasio's office to give out free fries with that COVID-19 vaccination card, but also with the purchase of a chicken sandwich or burger. So Shake Shack sort of winning on this. And also today, something really interesting. Unilever is bringing what they say is truckloads of ice cream to vaccination sites that are more hesitant here in the U.S. And that includes New York City, LA, Phoenix, St. Louis, Memphis, and also Dallas.
So I know that states also, not just companies, are trying to entice us with some once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. We had talked about Ohio offering a lottery of $1 million. What else are they offering?
Alexis, well, you have it just that, is that Ohio governor announced this week that he's going to give out $1 million to 5 residents. You have to be 18 years of older and received at least one dose to get eligibility into this major lottery, if you will. In addition to that, tomorrow in Alabama.
Look at the governor there talking about a lottery for $1 million and having people go. I think these might, they're trying also to use all sorts of, tricks. But if you're foolish enough, then you will ride along with these tricks.
The Talladega Speedway is going to be a both COVID-19 testing and vaccination site. All participants, people who partake in this event tomorrow will be eligible and will be allowed to drive their car or truck on the speedway. So once in a lifetime opportunity there. I personally will be a little scared, but hey, if you're in Alabama and you go, this is definitely something you don't want to miss.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to get some takers there. All right, some creative ideas to get people vaccinated. Brooke DePalma, thanks so much.
That's of course all the desperate ways, because if you ask me, they do say those are these are just desperate ways in which they're trying to have more people. They're trying to use more people. You're trying to have to fool more people into taking those shots. So if you say now they're using money and food to try and woo people into getting those ones. But if you're stupid enough, there's no reversing, and therefore if you want to go for that, then knock yourself out. Just that's you. You'll die from eating at McDonald's with or without a shot. Stacey Thomas, 100%. You are correct, 100%. Kingston is saying New York is doing the same, and the way you will get that way you will get sick no matter what with the GMOs. It's 100%, and what is happening with that. Say your life down the river for a donut, some chicken, and a biscuit. That is exactly what is happening. Bombi Dampa, you saying this is next level. Here you can get into a lottery. This is desperate. You can get into a lottery for $1 million. By I believe the Ohio governor, you can get into a lottery for $1 million if you're 18 and you've gotten yourself a shot. And this is crazy as it gets. I hope Black America knows that this is an insult to one's intelligence. brain is solely aimed at black people. Yes, they're saying where they're getting the opposition, or where they're getting a hesitation from the people, that is where they will go and put up these donut trucks or put up these are the different kinds of things that they are saying they will be given. And if you people need to just know what time it is and what is going on, because at the end of the day, if you do not, then that's totally on you, and they will not be going back. You cannot say that you're now working and you have come to a realization that was wrong and you are already told, and then go on about reversing the whole thing. There is no reversing. French fries, free French fries for taking a shot. Taking my damn it. 60% of the U.S. armed forces refuse to take this up. Yes, they know what time they know what's in it, and therefore they will not be with that. But I think Biden is desperate with the 4th of July. I don't know what number. There was a mark, or there is a mark to which he says that he wants this particular number or this particular percentage of the population to have received the jab by the 4th of July. But he can go ahead and just wait even for the 5th and the 6th. And our black people, we do not want to be taking any of that. But nonetheless, I want to touch on something else that is happening with Biden, which of course we already know where these are. Of course, I would be inclined. Why there is this particular one? We have been talking about the media and the media pushing for what they have called as the Asian hate. They have always said, oh, there was this particular Asian attack, and they were attacked because they were in a store and they were minding their business, and someone came up and slapped them on the face, or something did happen and they have been attacked. Right now, it seems like the gears are changing. And now on the headlines, we shall be hearing about these now attacks that are going, or they are actually being geared towards the Jewish community. We talked about the matter last week when Biden did sign the hate crime, the hate crime bill, and of course this was meant at safeguarding, quote unquote, safeguarding the Asians. But right after finishing sign that particular bill for the Asians, he might also now go ahead and sign another special kind of a package deal for the Jews, because he's saying Biden has been condemning the attacks on the U.S. Jewish community and saying it's despicable because of some news that have come out saying that there were some reports of physical or verbal assaults that were reported against the Jews in New York City, in Los Angeles, in South Florida, during the 11 days of fighting in the region. I believe this was during the 11 days of fighting in Hamas and Israel. And then they're saying because of the fighting that was going on with the Israel and the Palestinian in Gaza, that is why the Jews are actually getting a physical or verbal insults, and that should not be happening. And this is what Biden here is talking about, the matter being despicable. Let me share a little bit over this as we carry on.
The boss, we're going to make sure that we are going to provide for security in the West Bank, and we renew the security commitment as well as economic commitment to the people on the West Bank. I also indicated to the Israelis that I thought it was very important that they stop in Jerusalem this intercommunal fighting that is by extremes on both sides. It has to end. It has to end. And I'm prepared to put together, and I'm going to attempt to put together a major package with other nations who share our view to rebuild the homes, and without re-engaging, without providing Hamas the opportunity to rebuild their weapon systems, rebuild the Gaza, rebuild Gaza. And they need the help, and I'm committed to get that done. And so I don't, and I think that, my party still supports Israel. Let's get something straight here.
What's this geriatric bastard talking about, Mike?
Says
He's talking about the attacks on the Jews in New York, and the attack on there have been some reports coming out saying that there have been some attacks on the Jews in New York City and in Los Angeles, as well as South Florida. During that period when there was a fighting in Palestine, in Israel and Gaza, that the Jews have been attacked also in New York. They have also been attacked also in Los Angeles and South Florida. Some of them have been abused, and Biden has said this cannot continue to happen. This is despicable. But I was saying, when there is any kind of attacks on black people or anyone else, you do not see them coming out and saying that there has been
you
attack
see them press conference, exactly right, Spike.
on
He
black
got a whole
people.
press conference for these people that are not even damn Jews. Right? Whole press conference because they're committing genocide over there. I mean, it ain't our fight, but just look at the hypocrisy. He's got this geriatric rid of best, and he got a whole press conference. Oh, the Jews have been. Somebody threw a rock at the Jews in New York. No, black people getting murdered in the street. He don't say shit. somebody hit a Jew with a basket of fruit. Black people get murdered in the street. He don't say shit.
We'll be silent as a rock. He will be silent and won't say shit. Won't even turn up to. There will be nothing, no word out on that.
Damn thing.
They won't actually say anything. I was talking also about some of these companies that are all giving incentives and they're sort of wooing people to go and take the job. Some of them also include McDonald's. You also do have Unilever. We also do have we have a couple of them, about 5 of them that we were sharing earlier. And I was saying if black people or whomever else might be duped into believing that there is anything for free or any kind of an incentive, these are a lie a lie that you can actually see at your face. And you're saying Senator Rand Paul said he's not taking the shots. He is a doctor. That is Sean Scott, who was saying Senator Rand Paul. He is not taking the shots. He is a doctor, and of course he does not also approve all the same. So what happened? The Asian hate crimes died all of a sudden. Yes, now we have a new ones, and these new ones are actually with the Jews, and you might also see something also special being passed for the Jews as well, just like the bill that was being passed for.
Understand these people are not real Jews. They're converted to a religion, and like white people do, take it over and claim to be the original people of that religion. They are interlopers. They are imposter fake Jews, and they consider themselves, we're the tribe of David, and we're connected back to David. And not unless you're black, you're not. Not unless you're black, you're not. So we got to keep playing this fake game. I don't care if YouTube gets mad because they own everything. You're not the original Jews. That's just a fact. Fact of history. You can change and obfuscate and lie. But we know you're not. We know you're not the real. We know that you are Ashkenazi or Khazarian. You come from the steppes of Russia and Europe. That's it. You're Europeans. So you invaded this land and took it over from other white people who invaded the land, took it over from black people. So I don't give a damn. That's why I don't write crime as far as I'm concerned. So ain't got nothing to do with black people.
And I also get to see that when it has been matters of our people, not a lot of seriousness is actually put in. I see eyes as red. Amber, you saying good grief. Joe Biden looks like the corpse of a long time dead. Perhaps him better looking. Given they're ready to be transferred to the morgue. That is. We have said about the health situation. I wouldn't be surprised if the next day comes and you're told, well, maybe perhaps they have cloned him, but I wouldn't be surprised if they said he did not actually make it, and he just actually somehow there. But nonetheless, that is.
Let's keep his old ass alive with all kind of. Let's keep his ass alive with all kind of black people, adrenochrome and fucking black body part. He get all kind of black people's organs up in his old ass. They'll keep his old ass alive for the 4 years. They have a black lung.
And we have also seen the Queen, who
black person's goddamn lungs. What about the Queen over there?
The organs that have been going and missing. No, I was saying about an adrenochrome as well. Getting
Yeah, the organs all up in her body. That's right. I ain't the queen. I got all these niggas' organs all up in my body. Keep me alive. Keep my old wretched ass alive.
I had all the time. I've not really had all the time to go through, the intricate details of the affairs of this leader, who is known as Sasha Johnson. But she is said to be an activist in the UK who has actually been agitating for the rights of Black people. I have not really gone in depth, but I can actually just share with us a little bit of an interview that she has. That apparently she was shot near a place where there was a party, near a place where there was a party, and the colleagues have actually said that she had received numerous death threats prior to that. Yes, she was, and she's in a critical condition. So I'm not really sure how this particular one pans out. Maybe she might make it, maybe she might not make it. But let me share a little bit of the video.
White people get mad about not knowing there's white people. Hold on for a second. It's white people that create the Black Lives Matter. That shit don't represent nobody black. So they get mad that their own people created something called Black Lives Matter. And they hate it because they're racist. They don't support. Yeah, you got people in Great Britain putting up the LBGT and the transgender lives. That's what that Black Lives Matter represent over there. Everywhere around the planet. It's created by these white Ashkenazim. They created the spikes so that they created the NAACP. Black Lives Matter is created by George Soros and the rest. He's a flunky for the Ashkenazim. He's an Ashkenazim. This shit ain't got nothing to do with black people. But go ahead. Let's see why she got shot in the head and who the hell she is.
Let's play a little bit of just to find out.
I didn't leave BLM. BLM to me is a slogan. It's a slogan that Black Lives Matter. I'm the new Black Panther Party chairwoman, and I've always been a Panther. But I did help BLM because we have the same. We want to see the same objective, which is an end to racism and more opportunity and resources in the community. And when we say racism right now, it's an end to all oppression. So BLM isn't just standing for themselves. We want unity. We called for black and white to tie the flags at the Senate top because we had the Commonwealth as well as British soldiers fight the war. So it's only right now that we realize and identify our own common enemy is the system. It's not each other. So for BLM, I say that they are doing work, they've made change, so I won't denounce them. The George Soros thing is a myth that normally far-right people or people that are traditionalists are trying to preserve white supremacist views. No, none of these organizations have access to that money. As you can see, the UK's BLM money hasn't been dished out. Yeah, nothing's happened yet. So at the moment, it's just rubbish, to be honest. So it's a slogan, Black Lives Matter, and that's what it is. So I stand by the slogan as I'm a firm believer in liberation right now for our people. It's a must in this time.
But you stand by the slogan, but do you stand by the organisation?
No, I don't support George Soros at all. I don't know who George Soros is. He's an American.
I mean, like with like what they said about.
Okay, she doesn't support the organization. She's saying, right?
I don't believe in any of that.
Yeah, she was saying that there was some George Soros, putting in money. She was being asked, are you standing with the slogan or with the organization? I think there was a bit of a mix there.
I think people will make their own choice of who they want to be. And in today's day, especially in 2021, we've seen a world that's been designed for people to have freedom.
She said she not support the organization, right?
Yes, she said she was saying that I think she was saying that I think she has it in her mind that the course is the same. I don't know if she can separate between the BLM, the course for to end racism and these other LGBTQ nonsense. I don't know if she has it in her head or someone has actually been told he knows whether there was a difference. Maybe I don't know.
Choices. I'm a weirdo, just to say that, to be frank. And I've got friends that are in the movement, and I believe that their life is in danger, and they should speak up for themselves. So it's not just Black Lives Matter, but all Black lives should matter. It doesn't matter what you do in your bedroom; it's not anyone's business. So that nuclear family stuff, I think that was to boost people that are pro-heterosexual, like they're coming to take your family apart. No,
I'm waiting for the mosquito sound. Anybody bet ass? What we do ass? How about the bet ass? It's business, lady. It's not bet ass.
I think maybe she had her info mixed up. I think she had her info mixed up.
Solution!
need to learn something, people. When I tell you we have to love each other, in order to come out of this, we have to love each other. We want the system to be decolonized.
You get his Black Panther outfit talking about some gay shit. Talking about revolution to. There's no revolution to another man's penis or another woman's vagina, lady. So I'm sorry they shot you in the head. It ain't right, but go ahead.
I think she probably couldn't separate between the two and see what BLM or what BLM is about. I think she had her head mixed up.
You repeated many of the things I said to you in Notting Hill. I'm telling you, that message is going. The waves are there, but you have to keep in tune.
She sounds like Nigerian or Jamaican. She has I think she sounds like she's Nigerian or Jamaican to some extent to me, the way she sounds.
I want the next time I see all your faces, House of Parliament as a contested space.
She's not more Jamaican than she's not more Nigerian than Jamaican. Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm a little bit Jamaican. I can't really get it clear. Right?
Gates, don't stand aside and watch as they kill your prophets. I got the calling, I'm telling you.
What was her nationality?
Let me actually see if she's British or she's actually I'll confirm it now in a second.
Come in. You just gotta stick with me in it. They can label me terrorist, they can label me racist, but I'm not racist. I just love my blackness. I just love my blackness. I'm gonna stand for my blackness. I've never been scared.
Exactly. We racist when we love our blackness. We're racist. Why don't you hate being a nigga?
I'm a queen, and they're scared of the power that's coming out my mouth. But we're gonna stand together. We're gonna stand together. We're gonna make these changes. The Race Offenders Register. Take note. TTIP. When I say TTIP, I want you to say TTIP. 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 One voice. One voice. One voice. One voice. Don't just go away. Bring that song that you just heard to every ears you could find to put it in. Bring every message you heard here today to every ears you could put it in. Never be scared to say black power. Raise that fist in the air. Raise them.
Yeah, I think she is Jamaican.
Yeah, she probably is.
Black power. People got the power. Power to the people.
She made a whole.
Say it again, Spike.
I'm saying I think she's Jamaican as well. I'm not sure because I cannot see her nationality when I try put it up on Google. I do not see.
Yeah, she's all Jamaican. That's Jamaican accent. Yeah.
She probably was, but she's talking like General Mosquito, the way General Mosquito also would talk with the accent. The UK. The UK accent right there, but they are saying right now that she is in a critical condition.
I want to hear Jim Mosquito's accent. I bet it's cool. Hey, Mike. Hey, mate. Let's go for some fish and cheese, mate. Fish and chips, mate.
we asked Zero Mosquito to call in, and he didn't call in. But I believe he probably does have his Ghanaian, all his UK accent. I don't know which comes over, which takes a precedence. Whether it's his UK accent or whether it's the Ghanaian accent, because also.
Oh, it's Ghanaian accent.
Yeah,
He's been in the UK too long. It's seeped in. It's seeped in on him.
Yeah, but of course, they're saying that she was also part of another party, which is known as Taking the Nation Party. Which
Mike. Okay, Mike. Hey, Mike. I'm General Mosquito. I'm General Mosquito. Hey, it's General Mosquito. Pronounce your goddamn pronouns, damn it. I'm General Mosquito. Hey, I'm General Mosquito.
But probably General Mosquito is one of the followers of Sasha Johnson. But they're saying that she has actually she was a shot. I think she has sustained a gunshot to the head, and in a critical intensive.
Well, she got shot. But she got shot. Understand? Hold on, family. Let me say this clearly. We know Black Lives Matter. It's not a black organization. That's what they do with black people. They create and co-opt organizations. It's Black Lives Matter. It's Black Lives Matter created by white people. So it's not. So, you know, to keep you confused, you never know. These organizations don't represent you. And her being young, maybe she didn't know. But white people still seen her as a threat. So that's why they killed her. Right? That's why they killed her.
She's in the ICU.
I'm messing with you, Mosquito. Go ahead, Spike. What'd you say?
I'm saying she is in the ICU. She's 27 years old, and she probably doesn't have all the facts. Perhaps she has her heart maybe in the right place, but the BLM will just drag her.
Well, you're young, but unless you're able to know how white supremacy works, how white people have stolen the world, you're gonna say black man, because you had Africans running around. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Hey, dummy. Black Lives Matter is not a black organization. It actually works against you. What are you talking about? My sign says Black Lives Matter. Yes, but it works against you. It's not a thing for you, stupid.
There is
white people set it up to mess you up. Okay? I want to. The General Mosquito comes out there. It is Black Lives Matter. I am General Mosquito. I'm General Mosquito.
But there is a solidarity. There is a solidarity rally going on. There's a solidarity rally going on, and this is outside the hospital, which was about 4 hours ago, where she has been taken to.
And she got shot in the head. I don't think she's gonna make it.
I'm also doubtful. I'm doubtful.
She got shot in the head, right?
Yeah, she did. I'm doubtful whether she'll make it.
Well, I don't think. Yeah, it'll be real. Was it at close range?
I don't know, but it was near a party. It was near a party, so they haven't said it was inside the party, or I think it was near a party.
The Joby. Hey, Joby's in the chat room. I know Joby was in the chat room.
Yeah, I saw her earlier. She's with us on the chat.
Shout out to Joby, Spikes. Joby's in the chat room. I didn't know she was even up in here.
She was here from.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joby. So. Yeah, well, no. Well, I didn't know. I'm just saying. I didn't know. I just seen it. So, what I'm saying was she shot at close range?
Yes, I believe that was the case because they are saying she was. It was in the.
That's your college friend sounds like that. Okay.
Even if she does get to make it, you know, when you're getting your head blown, that would mean that.
See your college friend, General Mosquito? Listen, like I said, when you're getting your head blown, hold on. Is that it's not blown, Spike? It's blown. Spike, when you get your head blown off, Spike. You got the off. It's not getting your head blown. It's blown off.
Let's see what was going on.
Head blown. That sounds Spike. That sounds nasty, Spike. It's not when you're getting your head blown.
No.
Your head blown is a dick sucking, Spike.
I meant your head getting shot. I meant you not to get him.
That doesn't sound right, Spike. When you get your head blown, Spike doesn't sound good.
When you
get your head blown, that means something different, Spike. Getting your head blown.
When you get shot. Let me see what's going on. Whether someone actually got up to say anything or.
Okay. Yeah, Mosquito said that's his friend from college.
Sorry, what? I don't know.
Hold on, Spike. I'm glad. No, I'm saying I'm glad that the Africans. No, what did you say, Spike? What?
No, I'm saying I don't think that's the case. I think General Mosquito is messing with you. I don't think that's the case. I don't think General Mosquito knows that.
I'm gonna say I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, Spike. I'm glad that the Africans are waking up in England, one of the most racist countries on the planet. Isn't it funny? Wherever you go with black people in these European countries, we're treated horribly. From America to Great Britain to France to Brazil.
Yeah.
So it's the same copy and paste racism we deal with globally. What's going on, Zo? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. So I keep hearing.
Yeah, you know.
There's
Go ahead, Zo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say there's this wave I keep hearing about.
Come again.
There's this wave of white people saying that there's racial tension being stirred up by the government and this and that, and there's certain forces behind this. All of this, they're trying to cause collapse of America, and they're trying to. And how I see it is, no, this is the reckoning. Like, this is just the reckoning for what is the racism and white supremacy has to face. And this is a global reckoning. It's not just here in the United States. Like this video just showed, I guess it's over in the UK. It's gonna take place. You know unfortunately what I think the last place is gonna take place is gonna be on the motherland, because that'll be the very last place that actually takes place, the complete uprising. Because
the reason that we know the frequency changes, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going, Zo. I'm going to catch up.
Oh, I was just saying that, yeah, of course the frequency is changing, but and these people are losing grip. What we're seeing is the mental realization of these hybrids, that they're losing the grip on society and the influence on the world. They're no longer the global majority, and in addition to that, they can't even reproduce how they want to.
They reproduce, and what you said, though, is true, because they took down the channel today for the show I did Saturday. I didn't mention nothing about no damn vaccination. I said, if you're gonna do it, you do it. I'm not fucking with it. They took it down. Took the channel down for 2 weeks, right? Because you know what's coming. I just figured it out, Joe. Remember, in the early 2000s, when they were showing all these goddamn caskets, and people like that was conspiracy theorists, they said, why is FEMA getting all these caskets? You remember that?
Yeah.
There were all these caskets being shown.
The plastic caskets.
Yeah, the plastic black caskets. That's for these motherfuckers taking a you know what. I was like, damn, they do look great. What all these caskets they got? Because it was you couldn't. I didn't even think I don't know about no pandemic back then. They were gonna do that, but they were showing. So why is FEMA got all these caskets staged all over the country? Why is FEMA got all these damn caskets? These millions of caskets staged everywhere. Now you know what the fuck it's about.
Well, I think
they wasn't buying them for nothing and staging for nothing. I'm like, damn. Go ahead.
I think we're seeing the precursor of that, and the ultimate resolution will need and require those caskets. But right now, they're just fine tuning what they need to do in order to have the outcome be like they want it to be, with whatever else they finna come up out of the kitchen with, because they in the kitchen cooking. They coming up with new recipes every day.
We living through it now, family. That's why we are under censorship globally. You can't even mention what's going on. So I want to say, make sure you join that WhatsApp app group so you get the information. I showed you in that WhatsApp app group, whoever put up that video about the white man. We told you it was nanotech, and he walking around, turn on TVs, his phone is saying, please hook the Bluetooth because of his body. And then I sent you one in there yesterday showing you how people now being magnetized. I told you The magnetic frequency is what deals with the planet. Vibration. So now what these people that took this vaccination, they got magnets sticking to their ass now. They got magnets and shit sticking to them. It's not novelty.
That's because those nanoparticles are magnetic. And they got to be magnetic in order for them to conduct a radio frequency correctly within the body. So this is why the whole 5G network comes in peace. And you're about to be where you don't even own your damn body no more, because you now got technology that is copyrighted and patented, injected in you. And just like a farmer that's growing, let's say they've been growing corn for 80 damn years on this farm. The father then handed seed down to the son that he got from his father. And Monsanto done fucked around and some of their crops and got into the neighboring farm. Now, corn is air pollinated, wind pollinated. So if those Monsanto crops cross-pollinate the corn that they've been growing for 80 years, now Monsanto finds their genetics in that product. They own that outcome. Same thing for your damn body when you get these patented shit put up in you. Yeah, you done had your body all your life, but now you can't do certain things or go certain places because that company is not allowed there. And you're just a product of that company.
Even though we know this real, it still blows my mind that this is happening right in front of our eyes. This is real, family. And the death toll amongst the ignorant is going to be catastrophic. This is crazy to me. I'm like, this shit is happening in our lifetime.
You send a microcosm of the death toll that's going to take place in India right now. With all of the clowns that went ahead and believed the hype. They believed the hype.
They started all saying that India is going to be the one that will actually be a solution for everyone else, because they have the highest the capability in terms of producing medicine and producing vaccine.
Hey, this is not medicine. Medicine.
I'm saying
I don't call poison medicine, Spikes. Go ahead.
I'm not talking about the poison right now, but I'm saying in terms of the factories and the production concerns we do have in India. You cannot compare that to other neighboring countries. You know, India is well endowed in terms of those tractors, but now we do see they have the ones that have suffered the most. On their TVs, you have seen all these reports are coming up, and I think you also said you had an experience with one of the Indian doctors, and he said that he knows what was happening about.
Yeah, fam. I'm getting another job. So I had to do a whole health thing, right? I had to do a whole health thing, make sure I was viable, make sure I was healthy, and how much my insurance was going to be. So I was going to make more money, right? So I went in there, and we were talking. He said, "Hey, have you taken the vaccination?" Well, he was about, he had to do that. Fuck. So I let that man go.
I still try to be all cute about it.
I let that man go in my booty hole. So it is what it is.
I know he was dancing around.
That was a test.
I didn't want to bring that. So I'm gonna bring up all the fucked up shit that still got my mind damaged. So anyway.
They raped our host. Man,
I don't like that prostate shit, man. They gotta go in your butt and shit. I don't like that shit. That I feel violated. I feel dirty. But anyway, right. So anyway, we were talking. He said, "Well, you know what, man? He's talking about the vaccination. Are you gonna take that vaccine?" I said, "Hell no, I ain't touching that shit." He said, "Good." See, I don't even want to say it here, but he said, "Good, I'm not taking either." People dying in India where I'm from because they took that shit. I said, "Well, which one is it? Is it the Moderna? Is it the Pfizer?" He said, "No, well, they made their own similar to it, and people are falling like rocks." I said, "Yeah, I seen on the news they talking about they're dying because they didn't take it." He said, "Now how stupid does that sound?" I said, "Hey, people believe the news. They believe in lies." He said, "Yeah, how stupid? How of a sudden that you didn't take it, now everybody's dying? That wouldn't even make any sense." I say, hey, people believe the news. Go Spike.
What they did actually was talking about there is a shortage of oxygen, and people need this oxygen because they are suffering from it. Whereas we know that was a lie, but that was a kind of a story going around. There's a shortage of oxygen. They need to make up some centers where they can provide those oxygen, the cylinders and stuff like that. But we know what was happening.
I called out the sweet white Jesus when that Indian man was in my butt. He said, I don't believe in Jesus. I'm Hindu. Oh, okay.
Spice, you said there was a lack of oxygen. Are you talking about ventilators?
Yeah, the ventilators. That is what I'm talking about. They did not have enough of them, and even and therefore they had to work in. I think there was some policies that had to even to be changed. I don't know whether Parliament there was some. The government had to do something so that they could provide those particular ventilators. But I know at the end of the day, it was because most of them had actually taken it, and that is why they were suffering. I think they had believed in the hype because they were told we are the ones who supplying everyone else in the world with this thing. You can actually receive it as a fast. Then whomever else in the world can actually get it. And I think that the Indians have felt for that and they went for it. And the consequences are what we did see a few weeks ago. And I think even right now it's happening now. The same people are just dying.
Have you seen the pictures of all of the bodies that are in the Ganges River? They showed a picture of the Ganges River. It was thousands of bodies floating in the Ganges River. Yeah.
And Ganges is one of the dirtiest rivers on the planet. And Ganges was named after the Kushite king. The Ganges is named after you Africans. The Kushites ruled India. Named after the Ganges name is a Kushite word. Hey, pull up, Spike. See if you can see on DuckDuckGo. Images of bodies. Notice images of Indian bodies in the Ganges River.
Let me see.
You might not put it on Google because they've been censoring shit. You might have to go DuckDuckGo to get the real information. Say images. Well, I mean, try Google first if it's there. I don't know if it's there or not. Say images of bodies in the Ganges River, India. That's one of the most dirty, polluted ass rivers on the planet. Smell like straight doo doo.
Let me see.
Oh, it's trending. You said. Sean says trending right now. He said that's trending right now. How people who took the shots became. Yeah, Magna. Yeah, exactly. It's trending. But you're not allowed to say that, Sean. You're not allowed to say it because the agenda. How they now becoming magnetized? Because I told you it's full of nanotech. This is getting real, and I read for Africa because Africa is so ignorant right now. As the African continent is so stuck in fake religions and is so ignorant. They've been miseducated, uneducated. I'm scared about Africa. The die-off is going to be massive in Africa.
Not if they paying attention to what the hell going on.
Yeah, you're right.
I think people are focused. I'm not sure that people are focused on paying attention on what is going on, which would actually be the sad part. Images our dead bodies in Ganges river in India. They say scores of dead bodies are found found in India's Ganges river. Bodies of dozens of suspected COVID dead. Dozens of bodies found floating on.
Yeah, you know that Mumpy? Yeah. The Ganges is named after Africans. Yes, it is. See, you learn some new history again, Mumpy, up there in Ethiopia. Yes, named after you. Named after you, Mumpy. It's named after African people. Ganges is an African king coming out of Kushite Empire. So blow one up, like show us one.
Let me blow this one up, although it's not so clear, but I can see that the bodies that have been dumped. These are some of the bodies that have been dumped from this. This is also, I believe, also another body that has been dumped there. And there are also these are the center directs states to prevent dumping of dead bodies. Let me see if I can actually open on.
And I know in their religion, part of for the soul to to return correctly, they got to put it in the Ganges. So, but most of the time, they cremate them and put the ashes there. But so these must be the people that can't afford the cremation. So they just putting the bodies in there. So they still stuck in stupid ass religion anyway. What Hindu at? What all the Hindu gods at to stop the damn evil disease?
Well, we got hold on. We gotta be honest. We know Hinduism came from Africa. We taught them they made it into a religion because they were backwards. Hinduism was Brahmanism. Since as African people we elevated the world and we taught them spiritual practices. They took it and made it to a religion. These were practices called Brahmanism. That's why the number one class is Brahma. It wasn't called Hinduism. They took the shit, made it to all these religious shit. It's Brahmanism, coming from the African. Teach them how to raise their vibration and become enlightened. That's why Brahmanism becomes Buddhism later on. So, yeah. So, these people caught in these goofy religions and not knowing it. But they know, well, Hindus know it came from Africa. Shit. But they changed it because of the racism. They made the guys look like them, and they changed the thing from Brahmanism to Hinduism. When you get Brahman, from Brahman you get what? Abraham. You take the goofy Brahmanism and trick the Hebrew shit from it. Then you get the Christianity. You take Brahma becomes Abraham. That's how these goofy religions get started from African traditions that was supposed to raise you spiritually in vibration as you get closer to the real all and not be caught down with goofy religions that are not true. Ain't no Hindu god called Vishnu, Hindu, Mustu, Pastu, Abadu coming down to save your ass because it's not a real religion.
Those are some of the images that have been there, and I think there might be more of these other places where you do have the bodies are floating, and they might say it's because of the COVID, but it's not because of it. It's the other way around. They have actually.
Remember, they put Vishnu. Remember, Vishnu is nothing. Yeah, Vishnu. All these cats are nothing but the Anunnakis. The same pantheons as Enlil, Enki, those. That's who they are. The same pantheons coming from Kemet, coming from Samaria, going to India with the Kushites. So it's the same pantheons of individuals that came from Sirius that are told, and they're back. I want you to play this. Go to Dr. Mummy's channel, Spikes, right now, Dr. Mummy Live, and play her last video. She's got that's how I know she's been listening to. She understands that our people went underground. She's telling you about the Yuga cycle, like I've been told you, 25,000 year, great year, us going to sleep, us becoming retarded, and then now waking back up. As though it's saying that's to wake up back on the planet. So we're not allowed to say what's coming because they're trying to do what to us. I'll just leave it at that. We can't say it. Because as a small channel, we're being monitored. Her last video is Dr. Mumby Live. Her latest video.
Do she still say, wake up, wake up, wake up? On the beginning of her show.
She made a rap song. She made a rap song about it. She made a rap song. Now it's a rap song from on the.
I ain't heard no rap song, no Dr. Mumby. Dr. Mumby rapping. Wake up, goddammit, all you dumbass Africans. We must get together and wake on up.
Nation of communion, ancestral spirits.
Stop worshiping fake white Jesus. Learn about your ancestors now. I am Dr. Mumby. With the rap, I'm letting the cat know that everything's gonna be alright.
Hello and welcome, beloved, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Rocky. How you doing? How's everything?
Sorry, come again.
Put the screen on full size.
Oh, got it.
thing going. I really do pray that you are well and that you're, moving into living life truly on your own terms. Thank you so much to every single person that has subscribed to this channel, and special shout out to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for supporting us, beloveds. In this week's, special message from the Ancient Ones, because there's, I don't know if you're feeling it, but there is an increasing connection with the spiritual realm, especially at night.
She learned. You would never have Dr. Mumby mentioned this 3 years ago. She was in all that Jesus nonsense.
Ancestors are sharing with us at this time, and of course the higher realm beings who many would call God or the Almighty.
Frequency.
So many things about everything that's happened, and one of the messages that the Ancient Ones really wanted me to deliver is the fact that only, the majority of our sacred knowledge, our sacred power.
Pause it for a second. She's gonna tell you the truth about melanin. She said, pause it. She's gonna let you know, like I told you, you must be melanated. You must be black. You must be melanated to reach higher realms of understanding. Not like this goofy ass fucking that Ralph Smart, that damn, what's that dude called? What's that dude called? That Ralph Smart guy called take this, take good vibrations, take this, whatever that dude's name. You don't ever tell his white audience, huh?
Who that? I don't know who that is.
You know the guy. Oh, Diving Deeper, the Diving Deeper guy that lies to white people. Diving Deeper. We all can go. They don't know they can't go, stupid. They're non-melanated. They're not. But anyway, go ahead. I'm gonna let her say it. Go ahead. Let me let her talk.
Hidden.
She's gonna tell what I've been teaching you guys for years. Dr. Mumby got it.
There's been this vibe of like the vow of silence.
I told you the Kenyans
took
that now is still in Africa,
where they did not pass on certain information to the next generations, but instead that message was encapsulated, if you want to put it like that, in our blood. Whereas, at a certain time, you can be awakened and you can naturally, come into that information and it can transform your life. Oh, sorry, guys. Dada, my cat just came carrying a lizard and I'm not going to cut. So, oh my God. Anyway. Oh, that gave me a fright. Oh my gosh. So, the vow of silence. That's one of the beauties of living, in the boondocks, beloveds. Anyway, let me get back to this. So the vow of silence, many of our ancestors, beloveds, died with the knowledge, died with the powers, but they are in the spiritual realm where they can give you those powers. And I'll definitely get into
it underground
later on in this episode. But it's very important that we understand that the Mzungu only got a hold of maybe 5 to 7% of our knowledge. That's all they got.
Pause it, Spike. Pause it for a second. Now tell me, I told you, the reason why the European runs the world, because you taught them. That's your knowledge that they're using against you while you're worshiping shit that ain't real. And it's more than 5 to 7. She says 5 to 7%. I disagree with that. The Moors taught these motherfuckers a lot more than 5 to 7%. The black African Moors taught this European more than 5 to 7%. It's more than that. They didn't teach them everything, but they taught them more than 5 to 7%. This cracker knows a lot of African science that he uses against us. But go ahead, Spikes.
It was buried way before they came for such a time as this, because, as Babylon falls, it is now time to restore this melanated, planet, our home, to restore our home, our kingdoms, with this new line that we've taken, with this experience that we've had, connecting with our spiritual family so that we can bring forth, the new, something that has never been seen. And so for the last 2,000 plus years, the crusaders of the universe, who have been, this mainly a male energy, beloveds, that has been trying on this conquest to rule not just the world, but the universe, beloveds. They have been here for.
Pause it again, Spikes. Pause it again. Dr. Mumbai is got it finally. Just I told you, I didn't think the African can mind. I never thought she could ever come to understand it's the universal spiritual war. And I told you they're back on the planet. They're here. Tried to show. I don't think Spikes. One time Spikes couldn't wrap his mind around it. They're back on the planet right now. So when I showed Spikes and showed you guys in the Mediterranean, that saucer, they're back. And what's down in Antarctica, this is a spiritual war for rulership of this galaxy. Not really the whole universe, Dr. Mumby, but rulership of this goddamn galaxy. And sadly enough, at this time, African has been put asleep. He's virtually a moron. I hate to say that, but virtually morons right now. Because you go through what? A sleep period rhythm. The African goes to sleep because he's connected to the rhythm of the universe. And now you're coming back up out of the sleep. And so now they must, you know what, to you as you wake back up. Around the world, there's awakening happening. So I told you, and all these goofy religions are going to go by the wayside because of lies. So there's an awakening coming, because that's the rhythm. But she's going to talk about, she calls it, like I told you, the Yuga cycles. You never heard her say this shit. When I was warned against her, and Phil, I was the one talking about this. They were still talking about that Jesus bullshit. Now she's finally got the awakening. So it's a 25,000 year Yuga cycle, the great year, and you're coming out of the age of darkness. You're going back towards the age of enlightenment where the vibration on the planet is changing, it's lifting. These white people will not be able to be here. These Asians will not be able to be here. That's why their birth rate is dying. But go ahead and play this, Spikes.
That many kingdoms, from the fire nations, the water nations, the air nations, and the earth nations, hid here because all of them, all these nations,
fire, air, earth. Say it.
Come for the great works of continuing to build this Eden, this this very, very special home, beloveds. And so a lot of our knowledge was actually literally wiped and stored somewhere. And the only way to access this knowledge, level one, is you have to have reached a level of purity within yourselves, which means that whatever you're speaking about, whatever you're ingesting through your mouth, through your ears, through your nose, is of the purest and most natural vibration. That means that even you've worked on purifying yourself from all the toxic thoughts and toxic energies and toxic foods. That's why the purification process is the most important process.
Fasting, like Zoe said, fasting.
To a certain level. And then you have to have melanin. Our ancestors weren't stupid, beloveds. They weren't idiots.
Pause it, Spikes. Pause it, Spikes. Pause it. Pause it. Now, unlike jumping in the water, diving deeper, whatever that goofy Negro's name is, you must have melanin is what I taught you. You must have melanin. Melanin synthesizes the light. The all is light. The all is light. If you cannot synthesize the light from the all, you cannot raise in vibration, and you cannot raise spiritually. It's nothing like that goofy diving deeper nigga. Hey, we all gonna rise and go and dive deeper because most of my audience is crackers and I'm lying to you to get money as we dive deeper. That dude's a charlatan. He won't tell them white people that watch him, no, you can't go. You're unmelanated. You can't synthesize light. You must have melanin. You have to have melanin. So she's learned that. So someone's been teaching her the truth. You must have melanin. Because you being black, you come straight from God, the real God. Not this bullshit they've been giving you. You come straight from the ether, straight from the all, straight from the creator. That's who you are. But that's your ancient African knowledge that that white people have stolen and lied to you about. You are God here on this planet. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. As above, so below. As within, so without. So Dr. Mumby has finally got there. I would have bet $1,000 3 years ago that this woman would have never knew all this. Dr. Mummy blows my mind. That's how I know the awakening is real. This woman was a Christian crackpot. Someone pulled her to a side and said, listen, sister, somebody in Kenya, a real shaman, let me teach you, sister, what's real and what's not real. So I told you that knowledge is still in Africa. It's just underground, and I told you they couldn't share it with the African because he became a moron. He'll go back and tell white people. The whole thing was to keep away from white people. Go ahead, play it, Spice, go ahead.
The Babylon scientists will tell you we're only using 8% of our brain. Einstein used 5%, and Einstein actually gleaned a lot of his discoveries from the sacred texts that they were able to in Egypt. But beloveds, that's just a fraction, such a small percentage of everything that I knew and experienced and created. And they just don't have access to that. And so if you study
they don't have access to it.
Of our soul is a narcissist, beloveds, is a narcissistic trickster. And so if you study narcissism, it's like a narcissist will be like, if I can't have it, then nobody can. So if I can't get the power of this world, then I'm going to destroy this world and everything in it. And it's deep when we realize the vow of silence. It was not an easy thing for our ancestors to do, beloveds. To leave us, quote unquote, high and dry. In this age,
and then we're going to become morons.
We did not know ourselves.
Exactly, we don't know ourselves.
It's a grand experiment that the past ones put us through. But all I know is the invasion was seen from so far. We're seers, beloveds. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience, which means we can see what's manifesting. And our ancestors were on a whole other level. Now, some say that the African kind of empire was already in decline, and that's why the Mzungu, was able to penetrate.
There was a decline, Dr. Mumby. Wasn't about good against evil. We were going to sleep.
And somehow that anchored this being to come in, and I think that is something we will know. It won't be hearsay, it won't be a narrative, but one day we will know. But we should rest assured, beloveds, that Babylon didn't get everything. They barely got anything. They have all these instruments of power that they've aligned to the east and put in this special thing and kept in these special temperatures, trying to wield that power. But they don't even understand how spirit works. Because our ancestors and the ancient ones, they would put spirit into things and pass that on. And then, so like, let's say the instrument of power, like the staff, the chief or the king or the queen would carry. So every queen before her, who was a mighty magical being.
Pause it. Now she's gonna mention when I was teaching Job about what astrology was. The zodiac. Zodiac comes from the word zodiakia, meaning black female. I said that the zodiac is real. It's the study of the cyclical nature of the universe, and it's from the black woman, the black womb of space. So that's what she's going to talk about here, talking about Queen of Sheba being the highest astrologer. and you think this is novelty. No, this is your real science that white people have corrupted, and you think it's a joke or witchcraft. Once you understand that this is real, how the world, the universe works, you'll take back your knowledge because it's power. That's how these people are ruling the planet, because the Moors taught them all this shit with the tarot cards and the vibrational things that they do, and the sacrifice that these no good bastards do. So understand, it's a spiritual war. Go ahead, play it, Spike, sir.
Position without being highly skilled. Like they say, you know, the Queen of Sheba was the highest level astrologer,
Exactly. Astrologers.
And they were
learn how the universe works.
But
the mind of the universal mind.
It was always the highest level beloveds that ruled the nations. And they would put their energy into the staff and into the golden seat they sat on. And so the energy would just accumulate the spirit. They'd leave part of their spirit there. But their spirit isn't ignorant. It's not now that Mzungu sits on the golden seat and all of a sudden the spirit of Queen of Sheba and all the queens before her suddenly start to, you know, it can't work like that. They've tried to invade the world, beloveds, and it has failed. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
The other thing I like about StreamYard is that if there's ever a glitch in your internet connection, your stream isn't...
Wake up, Africa!
Welcome back, beloveds, to Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki with a special message from the ancient ones. I think they really want us to understand and understand that a vow of silence was taken, where 95% of our sacred knowledge was hidden, beloveds, and it was hidden in the spiritual realm. So it's not something that is even accessible physically. And it was also hidden in our blood, in our DNA, beloveds, a lot of that knowledge. And, it can only be unlocked if you have melanin, if you have done the necessary spiritual work, and with the help of the beloved ancestors in the spiritual realm. And they are the more highly advanced than these Mzungu's beloveds. And this, the enemy of our souls at this time. Because the world is cyclical. So it's like almost like we went into what they call the dark ages. We're still in those ages. It's just ending. And
coming
now
out. You go into a sleep. It's the dark ages. You go to sleep.
Went into a part of the universe that was so dark, so low vibrational, that certain entities could like hop onto the spaceship, follow me, just, theoretically, see this as a conceptually, beloveds. So many spirits could now penetrate Earth, but we are getting out of that and we're coming back home. And also, let me just mention this. When we were going through those quote unquote dark ages, the Kali Yuga, whatever you want to call it, our highly vibrational, beloved cosmic ancestors also couldn't reach us because we were, because they were vibing so high and we had been pulled so low. So they manifested ways where many were actually born, came as avatars.
Pause for a second, Spike. Pause. Hey, Joseph, she's saying exactly what I've been saying when she went. I don't know, the knowledge the knowledge is African, right? So I had to learn it too. So is that I think one of the African shamans in Kenya, one of the real ones, not one of these fake ones, the real African shamans, then got to her. You're right. She sounds just like me and everything I taught you guys for years that she was never talking about, was scared to talk about. I think she said she got to a priesthood. I told you they were still in Africa, but they had to go underground. The African had become a moron. They couldn't teach an African, you run back and tell the cracker. Let me tell you some Zungu what I learned. Let's say you're in school with Spikes, right? Spikes been taught some real shit. And Spikes goes like to a Catholic, one of these Catholic missions in Kenya. And Spikes will say, the priest say, Spikes, where have you been this weekend? Oh, I was out with my grandfather, and this man came and taught us all kind of stuff. And you told me, I know it's witchcraft. And the priest come up. Priests are gonna come to Spikes. Yes, it was witchcraft. But tell me what he said, Spikes. Well, he said if I do this and do this stuff, this will release this energy, and if I do that, that'll do that energy. Is that what he said? Can you show me what he said? But you told me it's wicked, priest. You said it's wicked. Just for right now. Just for now. Share it with me, and we'll make it all go away. So your soul won't burn in eternal hell, young Spikes.
Probably
He
that
couldn't
is all.
share the shit with the Africans, a moron. Go ahead, Spikes. What now?
Probably that is what they were trying to do with the Dogons when they were getting the knowledge about astrology. When they probably trying to.
The Dogons didn't tell them shit. Remember? And remember when the South African shaman Quato Mutwa started talking to white people, the Africans know they won. Forget all these goofy countries. African shaman knew they won people. So the African shaman sent a message to Quato Mutwa to shut his damn mouth. They said, shut the fuck up. You don't share this knowledge with no damn white people. You shut your damn mouth. You're violating. You shut up. He's out there talking to David Icke and talking, selling shit. They sent message to his ass, shut the fuck up. You shut your damn mouth. You don't share this with them Zungu, the Asian or the East Indian. You shut your damn mouth. And so he shut his mouth finally. But he was out there just running his mouth, talking to people. Hey, you shut your damn mouth. This knowledge you don't share with these people. Go on, play, Spikes.
Messengers to kind of keep our people uplifted, renew the vibration of our people, and assist with the great movements that always renewed our people. So avatars have been people like Marcus Garvey, beloveds, PLO Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, many beloveds, many, and they were just there to help us to keep that momentum going. But we have now entered the true season of our liberation. And so it's important for us to have that faith that we are so much more powerful, beloveds, than any power that we're seeing operating and manifesting now.
Yes, African people, you're very powerful.
The Roman system has created, the Roman system is mimicking our powers. The cell phone mimics our telepathy. And many, many other different instruments, The computer mimics our lower brain, the functions of this, It has eyes, it has ears, it can talk, like you can hear videos, etc., etc. It mimics this, but it's such a rudimentary, basic mimicking, beloveds.
Pause that, Spike. Pause again. Yes, Mumphrey, damn religion was made for these hybrids. And I told you she's not now. I told you what they do. I told you they mimic you. They can't create. So somebody's been teaching her. They mimic you. They cannot create. Only you, because you're melanated, you have a creator spirit. You are part of the creator of the universe. But other people mimic you. Other people mimic you. Now you run around mimicking a lesser being by being in their goofy church, having their goofy suits on, talking about you speak the best English and all this other wacky shit. That's low vibrational. You as an African used to speak telepathically. And that's all coming back online. So that's why they're taking down channels, why you can't say what's actually happening on the planet, because they're trying to stop this wake up that's coming. That's happening now. Go ahead, play, Spikes.
The God of this world that they have tried to create mimics the supreme being in each and every one of us. It has all been done to pull us out, and we feel an affinity.
I just told you, the supreme being in every one of you. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. The supreme being in each and every one of you. Go ahead, Spikes.
But it wasn't through we had our own technology then. But everything has been about us. Everything has been about mimicking us. And I just wanted to come on here today and say, don't lose faith, beloved. Start to see yourselves in the right perspective. They are using 5% of our powers to rule the world. And we're seeing the great crescendo. Maybe they have another.
Pause it again. Pause it. I'm glad she realized. I want to reiterate this. They're using African science, your science, to rule the world. They're not using Jesus, Allah, none of that shit. They're using your African traditions to rule the world. Because you know why? That's what's real. Now you can finish up, Spikes. Go ahead.
That they've been even able to overstand and understand. And sadly, a lot of our people that we don't even know about have been tortured, raped, and killed so that they could reveal that hidden knowledge. But you see, everything is locked up. Everything is mental, beloved. Nothing is forgotten. Everything is recorded. And you don't just stroll into a world and take it over. We saw them coming. Our ancestors saw them coming. And some of them weren't just Mzungus. Some of them penetrated our own races, beloveds, because it's a spirit. The Babylonian spirit, it's a spirit, beloveds. So they came as black people and they came as Mzungus.
Stop calling it Babylon, call it Rome.
But they were not able to get people. And now the spiritual rescue is underway. Our ancient ones are back. So many have been born at such a time as this. The original architects, the ones who were the keepers of this knowledge. And it's going to be such an amazing experience for us who were the seers and the spiritual teachers and the ones who did what people would consider, magic, which is more creation. The ones that really dabbled in creation, beloved. To come back to ourselves and to those powers. And there will be many signs when that starts to happen. One of the first signs will be that people will start to live longer. Because let me tell you, anyway, I'm going to get into the age thing in a different episode, beloved. But our ancestors took a vow of silence, beloveds. Not everything was given to the Mzungu. They're using such a fraction of our power. So rest assured, there is no way they win. So don't make sure they don't win you. Make sure they don't.
They're not gonna win. I ain't worried about that. But they got more than 5 and 6% you talking about. The more gave that cracker a lot.
Continue to use your energy in the falling Babylon matrix, because it will exist.
Exactly.
When the minds are there to create it and keep it going.
Pause this, Spike, right here. Oh, let me see what she got it right. Pause it right here. She's telling you what I told you. We can't mention it here. It's about your vibration. And what this thing is doing is a light code. It's to make sure you never leave this existence. It's a light code. If you get something, it screws with your light code. If you get something, hint, hint, it fucks with your frequency light code. Your spirit. So you will be stuck in this realm of illusion. Look what I've been telling you. So go ahead and play it, Spike.
Most rule we need to understand is that the world is mental. So the Babylon matrix will perpetuate itself. It will get more of a, it will become more of a prison planet. For as long as the melanated minds continue to bow to that system, because that's what we're doing right now. Until next time.
She already said it. All right, that's it. At least she already said it. But anyway, yeah. If you do something, she tells you, let you know. It's to keep you here in perpetual, into perpetual existence.
Spikes.
Yeah.
Can you show that article that I put in the chat, it goes perfectly with what Keith was just what Dr. Mummy was just saying, what Keith just had.
I think I had
Because
already shared it.
finally,
Yeah.
we've already we've heard that they have negative birth rates. Well, within this article, they actually admit that Africa is the only place that has a positive birth rate right now. They're saying that every place on the planet has a negative birth rate except for Africa, and they try to glance over it. But the fact that they point that out, that should be, we should definitely take note on that. It's a war at hand right now.
I had actually touched on the same, but I do believe, we saw the numbers last week when we're talking about the decades in China. They are at the lowest for so many decades when it comes to fatality and birth rates in China. And I was also telling the family that it stated in some parts that it has become like ghost cities in some parts of the world, especially in Europe and also Asia. Some of these particular places are
Europe
turned.
and Japan.
Yeah.
Parts of
Most of
Japan
them.
are completely ghost cities.
Yeah, and if you go to, for example, universities, you'll find them empty, and even the maternity wards. They do say on this particular post that the maternity wards in Italy have been shut down. You can imagine, people are not giving birth. It has gotten to a
But
point
they're
where
diving deeper, Spikes. They're diving deeper with
they're
Mr. Waters. They're diving deeper, Spikes, with bullshit. They're gonna all rise. They're already down out if you're diving deeper. Raise the vibration and get the good vibes, the good vibrations. Man, when I seen that shit, Nish was talking about, I said, if you don't get me off this crazy Negro, this nigga's an agent, he's a phony. Go.
I didn't want to mess his grind with that. That is why he's talking about it. But yes, if you go to these places, Germany, go to China, some parts of China, go to Italy. I was saying that you do have people.
They rose, their vibrations rose too high, Spikes. They moved to another dimension. That's why it's empty. Vibrations. They were diving deep, Spikes.
They were able to go into the other realm, and that is why they are
right.
in this
Oh,
realm.
damn you.
Yeah, I see Liberia says Africa is actually a picture of a woman giving birth, and you're saying a womb where our mind is born. We're almost winding up, but yes, I had touched on that as well. But thank you so much, because I do believe it goes hand in hand with.
It does go hand in hand. That's right on time.
Yeah. And precisely, again, believe I used to pray to God more than I question my parents, why they made me feel like I'm going to hell all on my demon, and that is precise. And
Dennis made him feel like a demon. What did he say?
He was saying he can't believe, he still can't believe he used to pray to a white man and question.
We all did. I used to pray to a white man too. Precise. I prayed to a white man too. It's crazy, but I did too. So we all grew up with the lie. Some of us did anyway.
He used to question whether he was going to
We never. Spikes never met. Hey, Spikes, did you pray to white Jesus too, Spikes?
We were told that is what used to be even in parades in school. Not just that is what used to happen even in school, because you come from a Christian. The things have actually been divided like that, and even in your course, even in your subjects in school, you do have a Christian religious paper that you have to tell them where Moses was going. Yeah, where Moses was going or where Moses was doing. You have to answer that.
Where Moses was going.
On a paper.
Oh, Spike, you gotta write that on paper where Moses was going.
No, they have questions. They have questions like that. They have questions like what was going on with all those things. It's called Christian religious education. And you take in your final paper.
Wow.
There was a paper like that, and that is a kind of a system that you do have in Kenya. If you do not take the Christian religious education,
hey, Spikes, what about what I wrote? Moses wasn't going nowhere because he never existed. They would have gave me an F.
Then you're going to get an F, and you're going to get reprimanded. And if you're not feeling that, then you do have the Islamic religious education. I think it was known as the the IRE. So you have to choose between these two. And I don't know if the system has.
It's two false indoctrinations. Yes, I told you. It's European indoctrination, either from the white Islam or the white Christianity. So you're forced to learn and believe in lies. This shit great. And you're in Africa.
Yeah.
You're in Africa, the mother of all real information. You're learning, and you're sitting there learning lies.
You will not be told about energy or frequency and vibration, but you will be told about.
I bet you get hit in the face with one of those rulers. They used to beat one of them damn rulers. I ain't talking about frequency and vibration, teacher. They smack you, they squash your damn head with one of the fucking rulers.
The real thing is not actually being taught. You do have a whole bunch of lies, but like as I was saying, that it's about, it's about education, it's about manipulation. But nonetheless, family, almost are coming close to the end. I think I share with someone.
Family?
What happened to Damon? I don't know what happened.
Everybody, expect to be paid before we put the what's up chat link back in the thing for me. Everybody join the what's up chat. I don't know why you haven't joined. It's free. It's not charging any money, so you know when we go down. We're telling the truth, right? When we go down, I'm just going up on the network. I'm going on the network this week. I'm going to do a rant, damn it. I got to say a rant against these no good. I got to go on a rant against these no good bastards.
And so this is the link for family.
Yeah, they're going to link, smash the link, join the WhatsApp app group, so you'll know what we're talking about, because YouTube, Facebook, and all these white social medias are not going to let us talk about it. Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram. Because I'm not going, I'll tell you, I'm not doing no show this week on no damn YouTube or Facebook. I got a rant, damn it. It's only going to be on the network.
And in case anyone is wondering what happened with the other channel, we have been struck on that particular one. So we shall be streaming on these two for now. And everyone
we stuck down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hopefully Shepard, but Shepard will fight, because Shepard's part of the damn the WhatsApp chat room. So yeah, we got struck down, but just telling the truth. That's all we do. Ain't it funny? We say a little bit of truth here. We get struck down, but people be lying about being shadow banned, and these Negroes are age. I know the ages now, because we got all the channels are small, and they still strike me down.
These haven't grown. They not even let them.
The videos are only getting like 300 to 400 views. It ain't even 1,000 views no more. 300, 400 views by the most, and that's still too dangerous. Absolutely crazy.
They will be fighting through that any other cost. Rashad Al Karim, thank you so much.
It don't make a difference. We're supposed to fight this fight, family. We're supposed to fight this fight now. We're supposed to be out here trying to raise our people's vibration level. We're supposed to be teaching. That's our fight. So much love, family.
Much peace and love to everyone.
Smash that button.
Rashad Al Karim, you say now just getting in on WhatsApp Spikes and Aki, they're always straight to the point. I think you missed earlier on, but nonetheless, I'll make sure you can get the playback.
Shep was late. Shep. And they yesterday, that show you guys are crazy about getting out America's Brown Sugar Baby and Mom's Day was going out, that they took it down off the other channel. It's still on this channel though, ain't it funny? Because it's small. That same show was on this channel because I put them on both channels.
They will not touch the smaller one because they are about information not getting out there. Sister B.O.B., you saying, kid, you don't be attacking black people like that, like they do. Sometimes those agents are not positive or really trying to help. And also, I see Sister Liberia, you saying peace. Much peace and love to everyone for joining us on the show. Thank you so much, Keith, for giving us this platform, and also for sharing the same with us.
I know you was in there, sister.
And
I'm gonna get Brown Sugar Baby and Mom Davis to come on the show and argue with Spice. Argue with Spice. Spice be like, the show is over. We're done. Damn it.
No, I do think if it's constructive and it's building each other, then we shall still continue. But then again, if it gets to attacking personally, then it doesn't make any sense. But nonetheless, I want to thank everyone for joining us on the show. Like you said, Zo, thank you so much for taking your time and also the wonderful insight, as well as Keith for giving us this platform. It's always great to get to connect to the rest of the family. Make sure you join our WhatsApp group. I shared the link earlier on, and I do hope that you shall be joining us on that particular platform and the website as well. If you haven't downloaded the app, it's also available on Google Play Store. Till next time, much peace and love. I want to say, go ahead.
Go ahead. Much love, family. About to take care of themselves.
Neck bone grease.
Good night, Joby. Good night, Precise. Good night, Niche. Much love to everybody. Melanin power, family. Melanin. King of the gods. If we get these numbers back up to hundreds of damn people again, that keep us from hundreds, getting hundreds in the chat room. We're still gonna get hundreds again, YouTube. We're gonna get back to hundreds of people. Damn your ass.
YouTube is watching.